Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Anthony J. All Day. And this is somebody who's been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He's been with us for at least a couple of years. It could even be a bit longer than that. And Anthony J. All Day is really doing a lot of live streaming more than anything else. But if you like watching people catch fish, you're gonna love what he's doing on this channel because it's constant. And I'll give you a look. You see on the banner already what he's got going on. He streams frequently. He's got some shorts on the channel as well. But look at some of the things he's caught here. My dear goodness. I have to be honest, I can't tell one fish from the other, except that a lot of them are extremely abundant. So it's something else over here. And all action, as you can see, and Anthony J. All Day does a great job of keeping up with the chat while he's live streaming as well. He's got a few videos on the channel and he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I try to feature a different channel at the beginning of every Tuber Chat stream. You'll notice they're featured on the thumbnails of our live streams as well. And that is so you have the opportunity to be introduced to generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. So I hope everybody will connect with Anthony J. All Day. I'm just adding some names to our Wheel of Doom right now, but Canadian Family Life dropped a super chat, so I'm going to get their channel ready to go. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel soon. I'll add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. I'll do that sparingly at the beginning, but it'll move faster and faster as time goes on. Quite a few longtime friends. I'm happy that we got a chance to move the stream to an earlier time today so we can see some friends who can't usually catch us. It's really the point behind moving days and times. It's not recommended for most channels, but it works for something like this, which is obviously a different kind of channel. The Astute Tourist, good to see you in the house. Angie's Oddities was early in the door. Travel with Josie Ann is here. Monkey Man Productions is in the house. Creative Beauty Butterfly is a longtime friend. And Blessed Her Crochet is about to be added to the wheel. Crystal Dragon, House of Creations Rita is also about to be added. They're both members. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxings, of course, is up at the top of the wheel with Just Jason Keto. They're both beloved and dedicated moderators, along with Canadian Family Life. Michael's Adventures is always early in the door and here for every stream. And so is Scratch and Pete PA, who's actually on vacation, though, right now. He's been gone for about a week. I think he's got about a week left. And he will likely be happy to return, although we all hope that he's enjoying his time while he's away. He did that a couple years ago. He went to Italy with some family and he brought us some extra content on his channel, a little bit different from what he usually does, including his first ever live stream. So I'd recommend everybody go over to Scratch and PPA's channel, show him some love. He's still dropping his Tuesday videos. He hasn't missed a Tuesday in 5 years, if you can believe that. And then, or pretty close to it. And then Vintage Style by Joe was early in the door as well. Now, Chrono Raiders is a brand new channel here in the Tuber Chat family, as far as I know, unless that's a creator we already know from another channel. But thank you for coming in and thank you for jumping on that membership right away as well. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So I'm going to put your name on the wheel right now, and then that continues for as long as you're a member. And then the wheel and the screen are open to everyone. It takes a long time in between channels, but after a little while I will start adding names to the wheel from our chat list as promised. And then thank you, Crystal Dragon Rita, House of Creations. 4 months of membership, so thank you for that. Ungame Thunder Dragon 3, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. There are near 410 supporters. I think that's a longtime friend of ours that's just changed the name of their channel a little bit. And please correct me if I'm wrong. If you're brand new here, I'm hoping you're feeling welcome. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Itchin' to Scratch UK is here, as well as Life with Wanda. Good to have you in the house. Bell's Whisper Farmstead's been added to the wheel, of course, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. My love Kristen Welton is here. She will likely be in and out of the chat right now. She's literally making a chicken pot pie for us for dinner from scratch. So I'm going to be looking forward to that after Tuber Chat. But she also has a premiere that will run right after Tuber Chat today. We'll raid into that, and then we'll see if anybody's got something else to go after that. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I know I say it a million times. Living Life with Lena. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. And if it's Lena or there's a better way to pronounce that, just please let me know. I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. And we'll talk about Canadian family life on the screen. This is Tiffany's channel. She is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. And Canadian family life comes to us from New Brunswick. She is bringing us a family channel that focuses on food bank grocery hauls, a lot of cooking and baking videos, product reviews, as well as Happy Meal videos, shout-outs for other creators. Her husband and the whole family gets involved in the channel. He's got his own channel called Chris's Creation Fun, but he'll come in for some cameo appearances here. Sometimes they do challenges in the kitchen between husband and wife, or the barbecue. So it could be indoors and outdoors. And then they've got an impeccable container garden. I like to talk about that. You'll see what I mean when you get to that. When we look at shorts, we see that this is a creator who's bringing us a lot of outdoor content, but they bring us into their home as well. We see some of these shorts have done really well. 2,800, 3,800, 5,600 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. So Canadian Family Life is somebody who's been featured in dozens of other channels as a minimum, maybe even more. I started to recognize Tiffany right away on so many other people's channels when they first started coming into the Tuber Chat family almost 2.5 years ago. And when you collaborate with anybody else, it's in any way at all, it's a great way to grab a handful of loyal and dedicated supporters, because every time there's more than one person on a screen, everybody's going to ask, if they don't already know, who is the other person, and they're going to want to know. A lot of people will find it interesting, and then you'll find longtime subscribers from that. And then, I'm struggling with my glasses today. I broke my glasses a few weeks ago, and I've got a backup pair. I got to order some glasses. I'm just procrastinating, but the ones I'm wearing now are the broken ones. These are identical, but they're from two or 3 or 4 years ago. So the prescription is not enough, and you see me like moving in and out, squinting and this and that. So I'm struggling a little bit, but I got to get these things fixed. I'm just using like Scotch tape to hold this thing together, if you can imagine. And then Ace Flaw 1, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Variety Trading Card Collector, good to have you in the house again as well. Andy is Ace Flaw 1. He's been with me for about 6 years now. Backlash Fisherman, we know as the husband of Coastal Water. I think they just celebrated, was it a 17-year anniversary that I saw on Facebook today? I think. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. But this is where sometimes we get to learn about each other, different things that we can't see in YouTube videos, for instance. And then Palazzo Place is here, and they're always an enthusiastic creator. Oh, and that's cool, Backlash Fisherman. I saw a billboard one day, and I don't really know what it was for, if it was for a charity or a nonprofit or something like that. And it just said, play with your children. And I think that that is a Really cool idea. Too bad that we have to be reminded, but I promise you, as my son and niece and nephew were growing up, I'd be right there on the floor playing all kinds of games and stuff with them. Hanging out with Jen. Good to see you in the house. I'm going to get you right onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Thank you again, Canadian Family Life, for that super chat, by the way. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away, and it's time for me to spin the wheel. So I'll do that right this second, and we'll get our next channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I hope everybody will join us in wishing Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water a happy 17th anniversary. The Bud Files is here. They've been with us pretty much from the beginning, almost 5 years, if you could believe that. I'll get them onto the wheel as well. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I think I got Jane Litterick on the wheel, so we're good to go. Blessed to Crochet is up here right now. They've got a couple of channels, one that they started just about a month ago, if I remember right. They're working on 1,900 subscribers over here, and you'll notice right away on their banner, they talk about crochet and connection. So they put a lot of focus on that. The second channel brings that to the forefront, if that makes sense. And Blessed to Crochet, of course, is going to bring us a lot of crochet. They got some shorts, and they do a lot of live streaming. We'll have a look at those in a moment. But a lot of spiritual inspiration in their latest videos. So I'll put the latest one into my catch-up list. That's a special playlist I use to keep or get caught up with a creator, and it's got a fun name, my catch-up list, of course. And then shorts on this channel have done really well. 9,000, 10,000 views on a couple of them, which is great to see. And you can see this creator smiling and laughing and having a good time, which is great. And then live streams on the channel as well. I mentioned the idea they do a lot of live streaming, and you can see that here when we get into this area of their channel. They're working on 1,900 subscribers, like I said, and they're monetized, but they've got another channel now called Blessing Through Connection. So a few creators are doing things like this, and pardon me because it's unbelievably hot here as well. I am sweating like crazy. I can't do anything about that. It's probably going to continue the whole stream today. Blessing Through Connection. They're doing a lot of live streams. A few creators are doing things like this. There's plenty of them out there where they've got pleasing audio, pleasing visuals, and then it's not really fast-paced or high energy or anything like that. More relaxed, but a chance for everybody to trickle in and out and connect with others while they're there. So Blessing Through Connection as well has got some shorts, and these are somewhat like shout outs for some of the people who've been through the live streams, and then they're live just about every day. So hopefully everybody will connect with Blessing Through Connection. That's the second channel from Blessed to Crochet, and it's approaching 240 subscribers now, which is great to see. And then King Morgan, good to have you in the house. And Chef Mama Bliss, yes, I always enjoy positivity in any way at all. Lots of people have really creative names for their channel. Sometimes we find like comedic names, and then sometimes we find names that are inspiring. And Home by Design with Marilyn is dropping a super chat as well. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we'll have a look at their channel right away, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Home by Design with Marilyn, up on the screen right now, is going to bring us modern, elegant, cozy design ideas. and then they let us know on their about section as well. They're going to share the designs and styles, budget-friendly do-it-yourself videos, along with shopping hauls and much more. So hopefully everybody will connect with Home by Design with Marilyn. We can get some inspiration from them, and then they'll take us shopping like they promise here, which is great to see. They've got shorts on this channel as well, featuring a lot of variety, some cooking videos here and things like that. And lots of creators are doing this here in the Superchat family, especially, where regardless of category or niche of the channel, they're bringing a lot of variety into the shorts videos, and that's to drive subscribers and a bit more engagement and reach another audience. And then there's live streams over here as well. So up to a few months ago, they were doing a handful of these, and we'll see if they're going to continue those. And they're working on 4,000 right now, which is great to see. I see Corner Clubhouse Cobalt is a longtime friend as well coming in. Coastal Water is there. That is the wife of Backlash Fisherman that we talked about. She is playing with Panda right now, which is great to know. And they, like I said, are celebrating a 17th year wedding anniversary today, which is great to know as well. They've been with us for at least 4 years. I think it's closer to 5. And they've both been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Home by Design with Marilyn, thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. They've done that countless times before, like Canadian Family Life, who did that earlier. I certainly do appreciate it, always absolutely unnecessary. And then the Bud Files is up on the screen right now. This is another channel, like I said, that's been with us pretty much from the beginning. Now, I can't remember how long every channel's been a member of the Tuberchat family, but I do like to recognize some of the lengthy friendships that we've had over the years, and it kind of what I hope for everybody to take away from that is the idea that you will find loyal and dedicated supporters that are willing literally to follow your journey and help you for years into the future, not just weeks and months. Fever Dream Animation is one of those friends now. They've been with us for what I think is a couple of years by now. And then the Bud Files is going to bring us a family of creators that seek to bring modern day archaeology. The idea is a lot of history as well. They'll take us to some abandoned locations like graveyards, cemeteries, and a lot of other tourist-worthy locations to bring a lot of history. They've actually got a series on the channel now called Way Back Wednesdays, where they're bringing history lessons. They do a great job of shouting out for other creators. Pretty much every 100 milestone they do a shout out video. And pardon me, Sue from this family does a spectacular job of keeping track of what everybody does on their channel. So you'll definitely get some love from them in that way. And then I've taken their latest video, put that in my catch-up list. They've got shorts over here, and we get to see a little bit more of the family having a little bit more fun. And then more variety in the shorts videos, of course. 3,400, 5,000, one at 15,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. Now, I've seen this family playing games and singing and dancing, and sometimes they do outdoor live streams. I didn't realize this was the Fantastic Four. I saw a meme of this with that. I don't know anything about the story, the girl from Disney or whatever. But hopefully we'll catch them for another live stream very soon. We got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. Timmy the Racing Channel, good to see you here. Go with the Flow Farm is in the house. And I'll get them onto the wheel, but I noticed that our brand new channel for today, Chrono Raiders, also just dropped a super chat, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I know I say it all the time, it really is absolutely unnecessary, but of course I appreciate all of that. We have, everybody can see this channel's doing really well, and I appreciate it, of course. But when we have a look at Chrono Raiders, I'm just going to have a look at their About section. Epic gameplay, thrilling reviews, insider tips, and the latest and greatest in gaming. So I'll look forward to this. I love video games as much as everybody. I can't tell if this looks like Thundercats to me, some of these. Mech Arena Puma seems to be the name of the game, if I'm not mistaken. And that might be one that I don't know. I focus so much on Grand Theft Auto that I miss a lot of the newer games that come out. So Chrono Raiders looks like they're doing well already with over 1,400 subscribers, but I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. What I'm going to do is take your latest video, I'm going to add this into my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that gameplay video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on like I do for all creators, and that should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So thank you one more time for that super chat. I say it a million times, but we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we get back to spinning the wheel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So yeah, Defam Adventures, Grand Theft Auto. When I'm dying for that thing to come out like everybody else. I barely play, but still, I can't wait. I'm gonna spend like way too much money on that company again. I've given them way too much money already because everybody in the family plays at least a little bit. So I'm not sure about my niece, but my son and my nephew, I used to play the game with them all the time, whether I'm sitting there with them or whether we're playing online. And my joke all the time, which is not kidding, is it's like, well, Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, it's going to be special editions all around. And even when back in the day, if anybody remembers this, PlayStation 2, in order to actually burn games, and I'm not going to admit that I did it, but you know the theory behind what I'm talking about here. You had to have a special CD burner in your computer, and I managed to get one of those. And when I had a blank disc that eventually had one of the Grand Theft Auto games on it, I literally wrote on it, "The only game that matters." And we probably still have it somewhere because we care so much about Grand Theft Auto. And I wasn't playing a lot of games in my early adult life, and a friend of mine was on me and on me and on me. You gotta play this game, you gotta play this game, you gotta play this game. Finally, I played it for 15 minutes, went out the next day, bought PlayStation 2, bought the double pack of Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City, and I've probably had every edition since then. And my Xbox now, actually, look at this, sits right beside me, unused. That's the inspiration, actually, for the background footage in our copyright-free music channel. For those of you who've caught live streams over there, you can find that channel at the front of our Tuber Chat page, of course, here on YouTube. There's Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Long time. Dear friend, he has been both a moderator and member from the beginning, and that's literally talking 5 years now. And Sam can't always catch us because he's in the UK, and if we do our streams that start at 11 p.m., that's a little bit late for everybody. The Astute Tourist just got a PS5, which is cool to know. Fuzzy Adventures and More, good to see you in the house. That's New Horizons Above and Beyond. Oh, with a second channel. I just ran my mouse out of battery. I am in a lot of trouble here. What we're going to have to do, Chef Mama Bliss is coming up right now. And we're going to talk about this channel. I'm going to try to sort out my headache here with my equipment. But what we'll do is we'll go on a break for 3.5 minutes, and right before we do that, we'll play a clip from an interview series. These are videos now on the Superchat channel. There are 5 episodes already published. I'm going to show you a clip right now from an upcoming episode. And these are really informative because I asked all of the featured creators their opinions without adding a lot of my own. But they've all been with us for years. They're all dear friends of mine. They've been in the Superchat family. They're going through all the same things that we are here. The only exception is that they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We use the term family a lot. I noticed you all doing it when I was just starting out. And then, you know, over the years, of course, we use that because it truly feels like that, especially when, you know, you haven't been on for a while. Somebody comes looking for you and notices. That's a good feeling, you know, and we try to do that for other people as well. But these are just examples of how this starts to feel like a family. And you hear me say often, I know Sylvia feels the same way, that we give much more to others than we expect to receive, knowing that we're going to get everything that we want. I mean, Sylvia, when I was first connected to you, and I can't remember now, I don't remember if it was 4 years or 5 years, but it's somewhere around there. And she was obviously already at it. But thinking back to how you must have felt, I don't know how soon you thought you were going to get over 10,000 and now towards 14,000 subscribers, but it must be a great feeling to see it continue to grow.
Yeah, I'm definitely blessed. I feel blessed. I just feel motivated. I feel uplifted. And I'm happy that I can connect with so many amazing supporters. The people who come in, they come in and they stick and they stay. Yes, not all, almost 14,000 people come over, but I have repeat offenders. And what I mean by repeat offenders,
of course,
I'll see you in my comments on Monday. I'll see you in my comments on Wednesday, see you in my comments on Friday. So you always coming back and you're supporting me. And one thing that I do on my channel, and I think this is a big change and with having so many supporters, when people leave a comment on any video, be it a short, be it a video, be it a live, I'm going to respond back to you to acknowledge you for coming in, thanking you for coming in. And then I go to your channel and I watch something for you. In order to get support on these YouTube streets, you got to give support. You have to give it. Sure. It's $3.99 to go over there and watch a video of somebody and make a comment. You don't know how much you may change their life. You know?
All right, so we're going to take a break for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come right back. So I'm going to show you something that I either didn't know about or may have even forgotten about. I think I didn't know. So Blez, good to see you here. Author Adrian Blyther, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know Saturdays are always like explosively busy here, and we are doing fantastic. So thank you everybody for the thumbs up, but please be patient with me. If I miss you, our moderators will try to say hello on the way in. Chef Mama Bliss is up on the screen, and this is a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She has been for as long as I remember. It's probably 5 years now. It's got to be close. And I learned about a second channel just the other day, and I'll show that to you in a moment. So Chef Mama Bliss is now working on 550 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. You're going to see a lot of delicious looking content on this channel, but it's also great to know that this creator shares their knowledge in an academy along with their catering company. When we look at shorts on this channel, it's more of the same delicious looking content throughout the shorts for the most part, getting into now one of them at 3,100 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are an idea from the past. We'll see if they're going to bring those back. But this is a Pinch of Bliss TV, and this is another channel that they've got going on. But I just learned about this the other day. Like I said, I hope it wasn't something I knew about and forgot. I hope I'm just been introduced to it for the first time, but this channel's already monetized. They're working on 3,800 subscribers. They talk about cooking, catering, community, and live streaming weekly. Let's have a look and see if that's the case. So up to a few months ago anyway, and they've done plenty of these before. They got a brand new video from just a few days ago. They seem to be posting occasionally here, maybe even more frequently lately, and then they've got shorts on this channel as well. These have gotten into 1,900 and 3,100 views also, and hopefully everybody will connect with Chef Mama Bliss and this second channel, Pinch of Bliss TV, and I'm happy to get to know the channel. And in that case, what I think I'm going to do is take another video and put it into my catch-up playlist. And that is so that I can get caught up or keep caught up with creators. Vima's Crochet, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Butler Family Farm, everybody's BFF, is in the house. I'll get them onto the wheel and I'll spin right away. And then we'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So we're going to look at Coastal Water and her husband Backlash Fisherman in another moment here, but Greenland Quilter Katie managed to slip in a super chat there, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support that actually took over our stream boss position again under my camera here. You see that video game life meter. So every super chat, membership, and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss, and the last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel. Crime in America dropped some new content just as we were getting started, so we know they've got another video on their channel right now. They premiered it. And then Living Large with L Crew, I hope I said hello. I think I did earlier. I waved to you in the chat, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody. So what we're looking at right now, Greenland Quilter Katie has done this countless times before. They dropped another super chat today, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. And it's not going to be long now before I start adding names to the wheel from our chat list. So when we look at Greenland Quilter Katie, we see a creator that started coming into the Tuber Chat family. I thought it was longer, but it might have been a year ago. When they started coming in, I started to see these videos. It was right around this time. They were posting a lot of these water-based views of Greenland, icebergs, glaciers, and mountain views. Beautiful, as you can see. They've also got a podcast on their channel, and you see a lot of that in the thumbnails here. But over the Christmas season, they started to bring us some shopping videos, which were a little bit different. And this channel has always had live streams, and they do a ton of these, and they've usually got a StreamYard panel full of guests. As you can see, when I roll over a few of these, the conversation can always go anywhere. On most channels, once a live stream gets started, but we see that they're doing them frequently. So they've got one coming up. Actually, today they're going to be live in another 20 minutes or so. And we know that there'll be fresh content on their channel. They're usually on for a few hours. So Greenland Quilter Katie, I'm just going to see if they might be on after we're finished today. We have a premiere from Kristen Walton, but that will be just under 10 minutes. And then we might be able to go over and raid into Greenland Quilter Katie's live stream if they're still on, but I'll look for that. And then shorts on this channel give us more beautiful looks around Greenland, both indoors and especially outdoors. Some winter weather there as well, getting into 2,900 and 3,100 views. So hopefully everybody will connect with Greenland Quilter Katie. As you can see, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And like I said, they've done this countless times before, but they just dropped another super chat, and they've done it. I wouldn't be able to count how many times before. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Thank you, Sam, for the highlighted milestone message. And Relax with Mel has been a member for 6 months in total right now. I hope nobody gets too wrapped up in monetization, memberships, and things like that. If that's something you're thinking about on your channel, then as long as things are increasing, you're probably doing okay. For most people, I would bet that that's the goal. Just a little bit more every month if you can, or something like that. But people come and go all the time. Nobody has an unlimited budget, and people will come on your channel, be a member for a couple months, then they'll go somewhere else. I know a lot of people feel very differently about super chats, memberships, and not everybody can do that kind of thing. Here, everybody knows this channel's doing fine. I work full time. I appreciate the extra love when it's given, but I don't solicit it, and it's absolutely unnecessary. The wheel and the screen are open to everyone all the time. And then Greenland Quilter Katie, though, we did look at because they did drop a super chat like we always do because they've done it so many times before. And then I had already spun the wheel. So it's time to look at Coastal Water and her husband, Backlash Fisherman. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Southern Bell Auctions, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They do a lot of live streaming. I caught them again, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. And then Coastal Water up on the screen right now. She's live almost every day. She does a lot of cooking, and it's interesting here because this husband and wife combo share responsibilities in the kitchen, and with Panda and this and that, who's another star of the show you'll see in all of the live streams when I roll over them. Cooking with Coastal is a regular feature on the channel, especially in live streams, but once in a while they take us for an outdoor adventure or a unboxing video in the traditional sense, if we want to put it that way. Some of the shorts over here have done extremely well. 2,500, 3,500, one at 10,000 views. And here's the live stream. So one of the things that Coastal Water does most often are these car confession live streams. You almost see Backlash Fisherman hopping in there right now. But if we dig through enough of these, we'll see him. This husband and wife support each other wholeheartedly, so they're all over each other's channels. And I think that makes things extra special, on top of the fact that they're celebrating a 17th wedding anniversary right now. So I hope everybody will wish them well and congratulate them. They've been dear friends all this time, at least 4 years, if not 5. Backlash Fisherman is up right now as well. This first responder will take us fishing first before anything else, but he actually does a lot on his channel. Shorts here feature some variety and a little bit more fishing, getting into 3,900, even 6,200 views. He's monetized, of course, working on 1,800 subscribers and lots of live streams here. Lately, he's been doing a lot of fishing. in the live streams. But if we dig through a lot of these, we're going to find a lot of these car confession type ideas. Going to get Panda right there. Like I said, this husband and wife are all over each other's channels, which I think is great. And then if we dig through some of the live streams from a while back, we'll see a lot of StreamYard panels with other guests, hobby hangouts. We'll see a lot of these ride-along streams and cooking with Backlash. So this is a husband and wife kind of collaboration idea here. They both do these types of videos. So I think this is really cool. But like I said, they've both been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for as long as I can remember. So I hope everybody will connect with them. And then, oh, I think I'm missing something in the chat here. Vima's Crochet, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but appreciated always. And we'll get back to spinning the wheel soon, but we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I know Tales Told in the Dark is in the house. Take Two Drum Covers is here as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. PK Adventure Travels came in. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. That's Ryan and Mel. Forgive me, Ryan, I ran your latest news video, but I haven't watched it yet. It's still in my catch-up list right now, actually. But I was looking forward to that. And then, oh, pardon me, we are flying today. I can't even keep up with the chat if I want to. So thank you, everybody. It's the shares that help the most, but I do appreciate, of course, the thumbs up. We know that all this stuff matters, and I know we've got some friends that run the stream in the background as well. Our dear friend Jaden is usually there, and then sometimes Two Pineapples is working away and listening in, and a few other creators will have the stream running if they're driving or doing other things and can't chat, and I always appreciate that as well. Vima's Crochet is another longtime friend, and this creator's closing in on 1,900 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone, and we see they've got a lot of creativity on their channel. A crocheted tablecloth is interesting to see. I keep forgetting the word, but Kristen taught it to me. Trivets are the things that we have around the house. I'm sure a lot of people are making a lot of those, but look at all the different creative things that are being made on this channel. I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. Playlist could be a great tool for that kind of thing. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 600, 1,200 views, one at 1,800, another at 2,400, another at 2,100, and they're still moving. Whenever you go onto the shorts page and you click on the popular tab and the numbers are out of order, it's likely because a lot of the shorts are still getting views and the analytics haven't settled yet, which is really cool and exciting in my opinion. So live streams on this channel as well. Up to a couple weeks ago they've done them. They'll likely be continuing that. We got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then Vima's Crochet, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And we will spin the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The latest entrant in our moderator squad is Jessie Journals and Unboxes. She's another creator who's been with us for what I believe is 5 years now, if you can believe that. She's got an interesting story because all of our moderators are dear friends of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. They all have an overwhelming sense of generosity. And in the case of Jessie Journals and Unboxes, this creator's support for all of us has increased over the last 5 years. And that is a really tough trick. When you are following more and more creators, you expect it to look like your support for everybody is actually falling. It's not that it is. It's just that you've got more and more people to connect. Yeah, Defam Adventures. Yes, everybody loves that song too. The Stock Explorers in the house, they got a couple channels. I've got them on the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We do all rock Rambling with the Brooms. I don't mind admitting that. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is a creator that literally unboxes almost everything that you can. They have gotten into some haul videos as well, a lot of Happy Mail videos and shoutouts for other creators. They've done some subscription services. Most of us have seen those, like mystery box ideas. And then they've collaborated with a lot of other people. And in the latest videos over the last many months, they show us a lot of the things that they make with a lot of the crafting supplies that they end up unboxing. And this is where the journaling and collages and things come in. Now, this creator will feature a lot of the things that they unbox in their shorts videos as well. There's some washi tape. I'm starting to get to know even more about what some of these things are called. And that one's moving. Wow. They just put this one up and it's 1,400 views, I think, right? I'm unsure when they posted this video, but they've been doing some washi tape videos lately. And then 1,300, 1,400, 2,300 views. Jessie will likely premiere tomorrow at 3 p.m., by the way. She premieres every week, same time. And live streams are occasional here, but this is the kind of creator who can go live anytime she wants. I talk about this with Canadian Family Life, Jesse Journals and Unboxes. I could probably pick a few more people to describe who are so supportive that they can go live whenever they want. They'll have a flood of support in the chat. Very fast-paced, very high energy because of the support they give to other people. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jesse Journals and Unboxes. All of our moderators allow everyone to connect in their live streams and premieres the same way that we do in Tuber Chat when we're here. And then Yadira is in the house, and Crystal Dragon House of Creations is coming up. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Gail Southern Living is in the house. That's another dear friend who's been with us from the beginning. She's got a few different channels. She is a master of getting people together for collaborations. Crystal Dragon, House of Creations Rita. This is a creator that is going to talk to us about a lot of different types of patterns and things, blocks in particular. I'm just reading from the titles here because I'm still learning from a lot of these creative channels where I personally haven't done any or a lot of what they're doing when we think about creating in this way with fabrics, materials, a lot of sewing, a lot of planning, vibrant, colorful things that these creators are making. I'm going to take her latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to catch up the smallest bit, but she's going to talk to us about the different types of non-traditional patterns as well. Not everything has to be squares and triangles. Somebody like me wouldn't know the difference, but when you start watching the videos, you get that idea. When we look at shorts on this channel, 500, working on 600, over 800 views on one of these, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. Up to a few months ago, she's done plenty of these, or a handful anyway, and hopefully we'll see some more, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel, and we do that to give ourselves the best chance of catching each other as often as possible. And then, oh, Yadira, power outages are no fun. We had one the other day. It went on for hours. I wasn't home. I got home, and then the power came on not too long after I got here. I think an hour after or something. Usually that doesn't happen. And then thank you, Palazzo Place. And then Yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. What we're going to do right now, we'll take another break. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series. This one's from the first ever episode. I just mentioned the channel Two Pineapples, and Lou has become a dear friend. Lou and Anna together make up Two Pineapples. I've known them for years. They've been with us from the beginning for about 5 years now, but their channel is just incredible. They have been doing a 24-hour live stream for I think 4 years now. They've brought a lot of travel videos. They're located in Hawaii, so all of their content is beautiful and extravagant, and I'm sure everybody will enjoy it. And they've always got a fast-paced, high-energy conversation going in the chat. And then what we'll do is we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes right after that. I'm going to show everybody how to do something for a quick second here. Now, I talk about things like super chats and memberships. And again, I mention a million times here on this channel, it's absolutely unnecessary. I don't want to solicit it or anything like that. But I will show you how to set a goal for super chats on your channel if you would like to, because I do this every stream. And for our friends who've been here a long time and are wondering about the mentality behind why do I do it, after the first half hour or hour of the stream, you'll figure out pretty quickly what kind of a great trick that can be. So I always set mine to 5 super chats, but you have the opportunity to add a lot more if you want to. My suggestion is for everybody, if you have a channel that does not yet get any super chats at all, I would think about setting it to 1, because you can always do another goal afterwards if you want to. Or if you're somebody who gets 2 or 3 super chats or 4 during your streams, I'd set it to 5. If you start hitting 5 regularly, then I would expand to 10. I don't like to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channels, but these are just suggestions, because if we set goals for ourselves to get a little bit better all the time, you'll find that it increases very easily, in my opinion. Not easy, but you know what I mean. Whereas if you don't get any super chats right now, or you're used to getting like 2 or 3 and you set your goal at like 10 or 20, people may not try to help the goal because they don't feel like they're helping. Whereas a lot of times what happens is, if you have a goal of 10 or 20 and you've already got 8 or 9 or 18 or 19, people might hammer that extra 1 or 2 just to get you to the goal, right? So I'm going to set mine for 2 hours, because we got about 2 hours left in the stream. And you should, this goes for everybody, do something special for everybody when you set goals and hit them. I always do the same thing, which is say, we'll do what we always do, because I haven't come up with an idea yet. Although I'm sure everybody here will come up with more creative things than I could think about. And then you set your goal, and there it is, and it's just sitting there. So let's go for that break. Let's watch that clip. I hope everybody enjoys these. The videos are on the channel, and they're in a playlist and a podcast, and then we'll come back in a few minutes. And actually, pardon me, I think I got to spin the wheel first. Let's get that done. I got to get my window out of the way here. And let's spin. I'm going to clean up the wheel a little bit. So any of our members or moderators that haven't already been seen, that are still listening and watching, please be active in the chat. And I will add a name from our chat list right now based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is, how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow, if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available. and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Superchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's gold. Thank you for this. All right, we're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back and talk about Relax with Mel. All right, we're just about back. I've got Relax with Mel ready to go. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're working on 1,900 subscribers now. I think they're running live streams every day. And this is like one of the channels I talked about towards the beginning of the stream, where they're bringing us live streams that really feature pleasing audio, pleasing visuals, but they're a little bit slower paced and meant for people to kind of trickle in and out, and they always encourage people to connect while they're there, so you'll meet more friends when you're on this channel. Relax with Mel is somebody who's mixed up their content a little bit over the last little while, so it's great to see the channel evolving, including a name change actually. If you read their About section, you'll get an idea of the intentions here. Music, mindful flow, crafts, and likely more. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. It's perfect to connect with. 3 minutes, 33 seconds. We're always looking for videos that are at least 3 minutes long. We watch those videos in full. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on. We do that for every single channel. And then Relax with Mel does live streams, like I said, just about every day. Very close to it. They're live right now, so I'm not sure how long they're going to keep that one going, but some of these are literally like almost 12-hour streams. One of the things we talk about here, because our copyright-free music channel, we've done a lot of this as well, where if you cut a live stream before the 12-hour mark, then you retain all of the watch hours during that live stream. But if it extends over 12 hours, that may not be the case. 100% you do not get watch hours for anything over 12 hours. You may not get the credit for all of the watch hours in the first place. So these are just ideas, and we've done that many times. We've seen a few creators doing that kind of thing. But Relax with Mel is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's been with us for, I can't remember how long it's been now. I wonder if I dig through the videos, if I could figure it out. Because like I said, I can't remember how long everybody's been with us here, but sometimes I like to recognize it. So 6 months ago was one video. It's got to be longer than that. I feel like it's at least a year. I was going to say 2 years. I've been mistaken a million times. I've done that with Canadian Family Life. She has to be shaking her head because I don't know how many times I've thought she's been here much longer than she has, although she's been with us for what I believe is 2.5 years now. We're getting close. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then Ann Philbick, forgive me, I didn't have your name on the wheel, but I've got it on there now. I removed a couple of names during the last break. I'm going to start getting a little more aggressive about that, both with members and moderators. They'll always be added back onto the wheel as long as they're active in the chat, but I want to give as many people a chance to be on the wheel and screen as possible. So I know sometimes people can't be active in the chat the whole time, but hopping in and out, I might remove a few more names than usual starting soon. We'll say with the next stream. So hopefully everybody will connect with Relax with Mel, and it's time for me to spin the wheel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. M&J Metal is in the house. Good to see you here. I believe that channel was with us last week or for the last stream. Am I mistaken about that? It's not your first time here, though. I think we saw that channel not too long ago. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Sam's Logs, Trains, and More, we talked about. This is a creator from the UK, another beloved and dedicated moderator, and one of our longest standing members. And Sam's Logs, Trains, and More has been with us for 5 years now. He's closing in on that magical 3,000 subscriber mark that I talk about all the time. For many years now, I've been mentioning the idea that 3,000 seems to be a very telling marker, at least in the Tuber Chat family. Because in my experience, what I've noticed is any channel that can get to 3,000 100% organically I personally fully expect to get 10,000 if they want to. 100,000 or 1,000,000 only becomes questionable because we don't know what YouTube or the world is going to look like in 3 years. We've seen a lot of change since I've been on YouTube for 8 years now. And things can change and kind of skew how things work, let's just say. But Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is somebody whose productions have increased over the years as well. He posts more and more. He's done a lot of outdoor live streaming. He brings us a lot of train videos. I'm going to use the latest one to catch up with his channel here. But he does a lot more. He talks about unboxing videos and possibly product reviews. But he will do a lot of live streaming, not just outdoors with trains and stations, like his videos. He takes us on trips or he gives us tours. But also he does a lot of games and celebrations on his channel. So it could be a anniversary for his channel. It could be a milestone. He might do a game like a Q&A or a trivia type idea, updates about the channel and a chance to get to know Sam. And then shorts over here as well have gotten into 4,500, 5,000 and one at 8,000 views, which is great to see. I don't know if Domino's has cookies in Canada now that I think about it. I like Domino's as much as anybody else. We certainly have that, but I don't know if they do cookies. It's interesting, some of the famous places that we see around the world that we do either all share, a lot of us share, but the differences that they have as well, right? Thank you, Jane Litterick, Living Skies Vintage and Creative. Oh, and then Sam's Vlogs Trains and More. Yes, there are a lot of headaches that come along with outdoor live streaming. I like to do it, and I've had, I don't know, 1,000,000, at least 10 streams crash on me while I've tried to go outdoors. They've gotten better over the years. Things like Wi-Fi and cell signals and everything else improve all the time. But that's an example. But Sam does a great job when he's out there, even with his videos. He'll give us tips and tricks if we're going to take a train anywhere at all. And then the people joining channels is low. So Glorious Platter, I think that if I was to guess at what's going on there, when we started, because Glorious Platter has been a friend of ours for like 5 years, same amount of time as Sam. And most of our moderators and a lot of people, you hear me mention this over and over. When we started this, so let's say 6 years ago, before TuberChat was even a channel, I was introduced to some small YouTubers, and I've been on YouTube for 8 years in total. So I'd already been on for a couple years, but I wasn't introduced to a lot of people with channels just starting out that were trying to grow, and I was just starting out. I was trying to grow. But what I was overwhelmed by is the generosity of so many people willing to help each other. And there were a lot of things, we call them grow streams out there. And I know a few people are starting to start these new ones, not very fast paced or anything like that, but there had to be hundreds, if not thousands of them when we started this. That's why TuberChat became a channel. I said, oh, I'm going to do a channel like what you guys are doing. And a lot of the people that I spoke to about it didn't say, no, don't do it. Don't copy me. Don't do any more of these. There's too much. They did the opposite. They said, we'll help you. And they did. And if you go back to the earliest episodes of TuberChat, you'll see that. Lots of raids coming in, lots of raids going out, lots of other growth streams out there. But it's become a different thing over the years. And I think a lot of people are not very excited about jumping the subscriber numbers the way that they were. It's interesting to hit milestones, but it's almost impossible now for somebody to start a channel and not eventually get to 500, even organically, right? Things have been easier. YouTube's grown between COVID and every other thing. There's been an explosion of eyeballs on YouTube, let's just say, people starting channels and everything else. So my guess is that because people are chasing growth streams less today than they were back in the day, not to mention TuberChat's been here for 5 years now, very established, strong and solid, thanks to everybody here, that I think people just find their 1, 2, or 3 go-to places and then frequent those. Other than that, they focus on their content and the communities that match their niche. That's what I observe, not even saying I'm right, but you know what I mean. And everybody can chime in if you have a different opinion, because I'd love to know what everybody thinks about the idea of, like, I think channels are growing faster than ever before, but Glorious Platter is very established. as well. So there's always waves. I'm in North America, but I find that the summer months are slower than the winter months. When it's darker outside and people have to be indoors, they spend more time on YouTube. Usually December and February are explosive months. January's not too bad, but people have their Christmas bills to pay off and stuff like that calms everything down a little bit. But summer, a lot of people take vacations. A lot of people might not be on the phone quite as much or computers because of good weather and the beaches and stuff. I know we have different areas of the world that are doing things at different times, but North America is so prominent in the Superchat family, even though we got lots of friends in Australia, the UK, and other European countries and things like that. A simple family lifestyle. Good to see you in the house. Forgive my long speech there. We'll get back to channels in a moment here. Let me spin the wheel. And then, and yeah, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. I know there's not many that are like this anymore. I think a lot kind of fell by the wayside, and I expected that Superchat would be here all of this time. I didn't know how long it would take to get to 1,000 episodes. I could have guessed, but we're probably still a year away from that. But we'll see what happens when we pass 1,000. If we'll keep going the way we are, or if we'll make some changes. I missed a question there. What's the best way to find a co-host? Tried listing on your community page, but other auctions don't want the competition. How do you find someone in another genre? So I would just keep at it. What I would think about doing, and this is just a little trick, not that I want to ever manipulate people and this and that, but it has to do with psychology and marketing and promotion and things like that. If you ask people directly, hey, do you want to co-host on my channel? It's very different than saying, hey, do you know anybody who would like to co-host on my channel? So you ask your closest friends, your biggest supporters, not for their help, but if they know somebody who might want to help. Because my bet is that at some point, one of them will say, oh, I'd like to do it, actually. And I'm not necessarily right about that, but it's just an idea. It's a strategy or a tactic for possibly achieving what you want. But I would just keep at it. I can't offer you myself because unfortunately I keep my plate pretty full. I've got a full-time gig and Superchat 3 times a week, obviously. Once in a while I like to go out and do a live stream on my personal channel. I haven't done that in forever, and I'm hoping to put together a open panel over there at some point. And thank you, Kristen Welton, my love, caught that question just in case I missed it. But that might be an idea, and we do have a lot of friends that do a lot of auctions. My other suggestion, which is probably better, but you guys could tell the good ideas from the bad ideas, I don't know, is if you can get a little bit closer, like build friendships with the other people who are doing auctions, perhaps they will add you into their group, right? Or vice versa. And everything that I talk about, even though it sounds cliche a lot of the time, really does revolve around asking yourself, what can you do for other people first, right? So if you have ways to support the other people that do auctions or other people in other genres over and above the things we usually do and talk about, my bet is that what you want will come to you, because we talk about it all the time. It's not that I'm religious or any of this stuff. I just happen to believe that the golden rule applies to everything in life most of the time, where we give much more than we expect to receive, knowing eventually we'll get what we want, but it takes a long time. It's not fair, life's not fair, and this and that, but eventually you could. Yeah, I understand the competitiveness, though, and I don't mean to make it sound like I'm telling you you're wrong about that or it's not as important as you make it sound, because I know that it is, I promise you. Even here in Superchat, I talk about the fact that there were a lot of other growth streams when we started, but there were a few growth streams that felt like competition, and so that's why I stayed out of them all. For those of you who've been with us for years and noticed, every time I go into another growth stream, the trolls start coming out. So I just stay away. Just don't bother. We could be friends without being in each other's channels. And some of the guys who are running big growth streams are friends of mine still to this day. But I understand the competition. It's unfortunate. If everybody could truly understand that preventing other people from doing what you're doing is not going to help you. more people doing what you're doing is what's going to help you. So these are just ideas. I don't know if I'm describing it as well as I could, but I'm always trying to rush through everything as well. But yeah, outside of your friends and genre, I'm sure you'll be able to find somebody at some point, possibly a customer might be what you're looking for. There could be somebody who you haven't seen yet because they don't do a channel and they're not on social media so much, or they're using the other networks, but they come to watch your auctions. So they could be, you might find somebody who does a lot of TikTok or a lot of Instagram, and they might be happy to help you. The other thing too is you could always think about the idea of having different co-hosts. So asking somebody if they would like to co-host with you one time without you committing to them that they're going to be able to be the co-host forever after, because you never know how well it's going to work until it starts. But we got lots of friends here. I was just on a panel with PK Adventures and like 8 other creators with Jeremy and Cheryl, Eddie Lugo Studios, and Scotty J Travels, and a handful of people, because they all collaborate together and do that kind of thing. So there you got a lot of people, for instance, who are not in your genre. And all that I mean by this is that if you offer the idea of having one person on your channel one time, then you could expand that idea into, hey, would you like to do this again? Would you like to make it a regular or weekly thing? Because a lot of the auction channels do that. There's a few channels that I'm on, and it's 3 or 4 of them all the time. So maybe they want to keep the group small. I'm not sure which channels you're talking about. We don't want to call anybody out. We only ever talk about positivity here. But you know what I mean. These are just ideas. And the reason why I like talking about this is just because anybody here could come into a situation like that where they're thinking about doing panels or co-hosting or different things. Mel at PK Adventures has another account there as well. I'm just going to look in the background here and peek. I'm going to subscribe to it just in case you're going to do content. I'm already there. Oh, that's for sure. Southern Bell Auctions, unfortunately, you're right. Skins fan all day. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, forgive me. Everybody's busy. We all do it to each other. Myself personally, I just actually took a new full-time job a couple of months ago. So I was on YouTube more than ever before for about 5 months. And then I took this Monday to Friday gig that ripped me right off of the computer. I can't be on the phone. I can't be on the computer or anything. Monday to Friday, more than 9 to 5, let's say. But, as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, we're all likely doing fine. Skins Fan All Day is another channel that's been with us for at least 4 years, if not 5, I think. So that's an idea. So Southern Bell Auctions, having a co-host of any kind at all might help. There's lots of people here that do lots of interviews and things like that. Any channel that you find here or that you hear me talk about when I mention the idea of interviews, I'll try to remember to focus on it while I'm talking about channels. It could be somebody that you could reach out to. I've been on lots of channels, dozens of channels, and there's lots of other people that I talk about that have done the same thing. So that might be an idea. People love exposure for their channel, and if you can offer that, if you can say, hey, how would you like to come and try this thing with me, and you can explain how it works, give them as much as you can in the line of exposure, I think lots of people will be happy to do it. So if anybody here right now would like to try helping out Southern Bell Auctions, what they're looking for is a co-host to help them with their auction live streams, if I understand it right. But if everybody wants to connect with each other and work out those kinds of collaborations, I think it's a great idea. Oh, and then Ann Philbick, thank you for that. I'll leave it on for a little while, but the next time I remove names, maybe I'll take it off, just in case we get a chance to see you. But thank you for that. I know it takes a long time. Actually, Ann Philbick, it was a while before I put your name on the wheel anyway, so I'll leave it on maybe even for the rest of the stream. I'll try to remember so that we do get a chance to at least look at your channel. And then, there you go. Yeah, Southern Bell Auctions. I mean, I don't know how much of what I said is helpful. It's mostly obvious, I'm sure. But, And there you go. PK Adventure Travels talking about other channels as well. Finding Treasures is in the house. They got a membership right now, so I'm going to put them on the wheel. And I'm going to start moving it through channels. So we got Palazzo Place up here, a very enthusiastic creator who's helping us with the thumbs up and a lot of positivity in the chat over the last many weeks, couple of months now at least, if not, it's probably longer than I think by now. And Palazzo Place is closing in on almost 700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I'm just going to grab their latest video. This one's quite short. Most of their videos are quite short, but they do have one here at 4 minutes and another one at 6 minutes. Those are perfect to connect with. Or if you wanted to, if you do find channels that only have short videos, then I would just go through 2 or 3 of them. It's the same 3, 4, 5 minutes, but it helps them, shows YouTube that we cared enough to go back for seconds and thirds, let's say. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,200 and 4,100 views, which is great to see. Palazzo Place looks like they've actually put a few out lately that are still getting views, if I'm not mistaken, fairly new. And then they're here for every stream, so I certainly appreciate that. Hopefully everybody will connect with Palazzo Place. And then I see that Skins Fan All Day is grabbing a membership. Thank you for that. I can't for the life of me. I'm trying to remember what the name of your channel was before you changed it. It's because of the Redskins, if I'm not mistaken. I know there was all kinds of controversy and everybody had to change everything many years ago. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And I don't know enough about football. If it wasn't for Skins Fan All Day and a couple other friends, ProTech Sports Network, for instance, this and that luckily I could learn a little bit from. But thank you for that membership. So I've got you on the wheel now, because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and I'll spin and we'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, Skins Fan All Day, forgive me. I thought back in the day, I thought like 4 or 5 years ago you changed your name of your channel. Maybe I was mistaken. I know that you've got a couple of friends that are connected as well, so forgive me for that. But this is an example, like, you know, as time goes on, we follow more and more creators, and then we're not able to run into each other as much as we did back in the day. But Skins Fan All Day is one of the channels that was here like every stream, constantly. I believe they've been featured on Superchat, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day as well. And that's why I feature channels, right? I do a lot of things here, I promise you, that are so that we don't forget all of the things that have happened over the last 5 years. Keep statistics for every single live stream here that's ever happened. 858 of them, if you can believe that. And then, thank you, Dark Swordsman Gaming. They're also in the UK. So yeah, they've already had their dinner. I'll be looking forward to mine in a while. I Am Betty J Gathers is up on the screen right now, and this is another creator who's been with us pretty much from the beginning. She's living her best life over 60 on her channel. She is always laughing, always smiling, always positive, and she talks about things like healthy eating, healthy living. She does a lot of vlogging. She brings us into her home. She takes us out for adventures. You can see she's always laughing and having fun. She's got a lot of friends on her channel as well. She's collaborated with a lot of other people. When we look at shorts over here, you get a bit more variety, but it's interesting to know that this creator's done well over 365 shorts in a row. And continues dropping shorts now. Some of the newer ones have gotten into 13,000, 15,000, but it's also interesting to see that this creator's gotten into 7, 8, 9, and 10,000 views with shorts videos that feature herself. And that's quite a feat, in my opinion. We don't see that very often. And then live streams on the channel as well. You can see she's done a ton of interviews here. She was actually challenged last year by Crystal Sparkle to do a series of interviews over Christmas, actually, and I was part of that as well, for which I'm grateful. But you can see she's always smiling, always laughing. She's got a lot of guests on the channel, tons of friends over here. Sometimes it's I Am Betty J Gathers herself, but she's been a beloved and dedicated moderator here for a lot of this time as well. Especially, she was added, I believe, right after the beginning of this year. So we're probably getting on 6 months of that as well. But I Am Betty J Gathers is an enthusiastic creator who's probably responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up on this channel because of her energetic and friendly reminders. And then Follow the Bradley's Fun is in the house. Good to see you in the house. Good to see you here with us. Thank you for coming in. They will have the information on Disney that I was talking about. I like to talk about things that I have no idea about. And I saw something today that was something about Disney and this and that, and I don't really know what it's about. You guys will know better than me. But Follow the Bradley's Fun will know. They are a Disney expert, as far as I understand. I've been on their channel many, 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 many times. Simple Family Lifestyle is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We've still got a hour and a half to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, talk about lots of creators. A Simple Family Lifestyle is a channel I'm still getting to know, though. 224 subscribers. They started coming into Superchat a few months ago by the look of it. Yes, 3 months seems to be the first video that I watched. Lots of delicious looking content on the channel, and now they're talking about vlogging over here. And then shorts on this channel have got a bit of a hint as well. Some of the healthy looking shorts do really, really well. We see that on channels like Just Jason Keto. This one here has gotten into 1,600, 1,900 views, 2,000, 2,500, which is great to see. One at 3,700. Wow, Spaghetti is doing really, really well on the channel. I've had a craving for spaghetti for a while. I'm probably going to have to do something about that in the next couple of days. A Simple Family Lifestyle has got some live streams as well, and these seem to be pretty frequent. They're going a couple times a week. They'll likely have another one soon. We got notification bells on for every single channel, so hopefully some of us will catch you for the next one. And then we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then, pardon me, Go With The Flow Farm is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on for today. They got a live stream happening right this second. I'm not sure how long they're expecting to be live, but usually they're on for many hours, and it seems to be, I was going to say daily, but they've actually cut it for a little while. They were off for a week and a half, unless they're unlisting them afterwards. I thought they were going pretty much daily, but we'll see. I've caught them for these before, and then they've got one coming up again for... I'm unsure about this one here. They might have to change the time on that. I could be mistaken if I'm reading that right. They're working on 800 subscribers though, which is great to see. And then when we look at the About section, hopefully they'll give us some information about the channel there, but a lot of outdoor content to start with. So there's a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us for a while now. They've been with us at least a couple of months. And then shorts over here have gotten into 4,000, 5,000, even 10,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well, like I mentioned. So hopefully everybody will connect with Go With The Flow Farm. They've been with us for just about every stream lately as well, and I always appreciate that. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So Skins Fan All Day has been a friend of ours literally for years. So like you say, you know, over time we follow more and more channels. It's hard to catch everybody as much as we all might like, but it's wonderful to see that people are still coming around after all this time. 800 episodes of Tuber Chat, 5 years, and Skins Fan All Day is checking in to support other creators, let us know what they're up to. You can see that they post fairly frequently. Their latest video was a month ago. I think they've posted even more frequently than that in the past when you look at their channel. Obviously sports focus more than anything else, but when you have a look at their about section, they'll give you an idea of the Redskins fan that they are and what we can expect on the channel. Oh, it looks like they do Google Hangouts, they say, as well. But either way, they've been with us, like I said, for years. They've got shorts over here now. They've been with us long enough that shorts weren't even a thing yet when they were here regularly. When we look at what they're doing here, one of these is working on 600 views, which is great to see. As they post more and more, they'll likely continue to grow. And up to a few months ago, lots of live streams as well. And I think we'll see some familiar faces over there as well. It's been a long while, but I've caught them before doing live streams. So we'll see if they're going to bring them back. We got notification bells on, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Skins Fan All Day. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next, and then what we'll do, we'll take another break, give my voice a rest for a moment. We'll grab another drink. Thank you, Dark Swordsman Gaming. I know it gets later and later for you over there in the UK. Kristen Welton, my love, is coming up next. She's got a premiere after Tuber Chat. We'll talk about her channel quickly after we get through another clip from our interview series. This creator's also from the UK. Mod6510 Models has been a dear friend all of these years. He's been with us from the beginning. He has been instrumental in all of the experimentation we've done about watch hours and playlists and connecting and our 3-minute rule for videos and things like that. He's been there to contribute to that the whole time. He continues his contributions in this video where we talked for well over an hour. I think his is one of the longer ones. And he gives us all of his tips and tricks for how to get 10,000 subscribers. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it, so it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit, and people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it.
Yes.
But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, when I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal, that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage,
yes,
and that you're making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too.
Yeah.
Each person, yes, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break for 3.5 minutes, and we'll come right back. All right, we're just about back, and we're going to talk about Kristen Welton, my love. We have been together in Niagara Falls for long over 9 years now, and she's going to drop a premiere right after Superchatters, so we're going to get a better look at her channel in another hour or so, a little bit more than an hour. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, but we'll have a look. And Kristen Welton is somebody who's putting a lot of work into the graphic design and presentation on the channel. As you can see, she's experimenting with a lot of different thumbnail ideas, but always with a professional look, bright, bold headshots to make her recognizable. And this creator does a lot of product reviews. She started with makeup and beauty. She continues that today, but she's gotten into a lot of other things like collaborations with other creators in live streams. She's done some outdoor live streaming. We've done a few things together as well. She's got some shorts on the channel as well, featuring our little love bugs here, Spiky Bruiser and Trouble Von Cuddlepuss. She's done really well with some of these, 19,000, 22,000, 28,000 views. And hopefully everybody will connect with Kristen Welton, but we'll get an opportunity, like I said, in about an hour from now. I'll start dropping the link for this premiere. We'll go over there. It's not going to be a long one today, and then we'll see if we can hit a live stream from either Greenland Quilter Katie or somebody afterwards. So hopefully everybody will connect with Kristen Welton. I just made a poll. Hopefully everybody will answer about Scratch and Pete PA. We'll just look at his channel quickly. Most people here know him and love him, obviously. He's been a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family ever since we started. He's been here for 5 years. He is working on 2,500 subscribers right now, still dropping his Tuesday videos, but he's in Italy right now. And you'll notice 2 years ago he did the same thing. He brought us some vlogging style shorts and some Italian lottery tickets. And his very first live stream, actually, there it is, Italy 2023. I was lucky to have caught that live. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and Pete PA. Head over to his channel, drop a comment on his latest video, give him some love, let him know that we miss him, and we expect he will likely be back in about a week, is my guess. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then, thank you, Southern Bell Auctions. I already mentioned the idea that I will probably go over to Greenland Quilter Katie if they're on, but I'm happy to share the love with raids anytime. So for anybody that wants to set one up in advance, I'm happy to do that as well, including, of course, Southern Bell Auction. She's been a dear friend a long time also. But we know that they'll be on. A lot of us have multiple screens going on our computers or multiple devices happening and things like that, so we're usually in more than one at a time. But yeah, if you want, actually, Southern Bell Auctions, you could just consider that an invitation. I can't remember if we're connected on Instagram, I think. If not, then we can, or I use Facebook all the time, Twitter occasionally. But if you want to connect there, we can talk about setting one up for either the next stream or another time. Because I think you're usually on after Tuber Chat. I'm on usually, 6 p.m. Eastern. And we usually finish at 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, no, it's and forgive me, yes. So Southern Bell Auctions, that's okay. Our moderators know that we've got to be like really aggressive about self-promotion. So forgive me, but that's, yeah. That's why we don't do timeouts and things like that. I might remove messages. Our moderators really don't, actually. I usually am the one to do it, which barely happens, but once in a while. But that's okay. Southern Bell Auction's been a long time friend. What we're really worried about is not so much when people say like, oh, I've got, something coming up, but more so when it's, hey guys, I'm live right now, or hey guys, I'm going to set up for my premiere. It's like, okay, nobody's going to leave here to go running over there. I can't imagine for anybody's premiere, because we can catch it afterwards. And it's not like a flood of people are going to go, but in other people's live streams and premieres, some people will get very upset. They'll just ban you right on the, right on the first go, or let's say. Variety Trading Card Collectors back in the house. Scarlet Emerald, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I think we know that creator, but forgive me if I'm wrong. Hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. Our instructions are always in our video description for anybody that is brand new. Oh, only YouTube and Discord, Southern Bell Auctions. And then, up to 4 broadcasts a week. I'll have to, I'll have to look it up. I'll tell you what, when I catch you another time, or if there's a day, if you want, the next time, we're going to be on, what's it called? We're going to be on Tuesday. Again, if you happen to be on Tuesday, we can plan right now and say that we'll raid after. Michael's Adventures is beloved and dedicated moderator. He's been with us from the beginning as well. He has been raiding into Tuber Chat regularly lately, every premiere for the last long while. He'll be on tonight at 8. Sometimes he moves them if we're crashing into the same time zone, but he does that so that he can raid into us, for which I'm grateful. But yeah, we'll plan for that. If you're going to be on Tuesday, we can set that up as an idea right now, Southern Bell Auctions, and I'll know. And then Rambling with the Brooms up on the screen. So this is a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. And then this is a fellow Canadian who's closer to our nation's capital. And somebody who I've actually met up with. And Rambling with the Brooms meets up with a lot of creators. You'll meet a lot of friends over there. He's always been an advocate for helping others grow. He usually tries to find channels under 100 and then gives them a push. But he brings a lot of homesteading content. Actually, a Canadian almost homesteading channel is what I'd consider what he's doing. Because he's got a lot of outdoor content, as well as he brings us into his home a lot of the time. I'm just making a note for myself, so I make sure that we do that. So we'll plan for that. Yeah, Southern Bell Auctions. So thank you for that. Rambling with the Brooms, like I said, indoors and outdoors. This creator does a bit of traveling as well. He's actually got another travel channel set up, and I'll show that to you in a moment. He's done well with some of these shorts and some Canadian winter weather there, getting into 3,000, almost 4,000 views. One at 7,800 views. I think that one's still getting views, actually. And then live streams on the channel as well. So this thumbnail here, you notice these mugs. That's really cool. Cruise in Alaska 25. They've got this project, and here's another example of that, the logo on a thumbnail, let's say. So this is something they've been planning for a long time, well over a year. They're going to Alaska, and it's coming up soon. Forgive me, because I can't remember the date that you're going. From Seattle to Alaska for a week. And they're trying to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. So they're just about set to go. I wish I could have made that one. I couldn't have known back in the day, but I took a full-time gig recently, and I won't be having any vacation time until next May or June, let's just say. But maybe after that I can start visiting some friends and this and that. Rambling with the Brooms, working on 4,300 subscribers. Like I said, he will head out hundreds of miles away sometimes to meet up with people, but he does a lot of StreamYard panels as well. And his other channel, which is Travel Escapes with the Brooms, is going to bring us more travel-based content. I'm sure he's going to film a lot while he's on the that cruise, but he's got a few videos and a couple of shorts to get us started here as well. So Travel Escapes with the Brooms, another channel from Scott, and working on 400 subscribers on this one, but I'm sure he's going to explode as soon as he starts bringing out that cruising content. I'm hoping some of these guys will stream while they're there. I'm not sure who's going. I should ask them so that I can try to remember who's going on that cruise. I wish I could make it to some of these things, but like I said, maybe next year I can get started with that. We've done small meetups around here. I've been lucky to meet up with Jason a few times, and Cruz Bolero's in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you, Michael's Adventures. He set a raid for the 12th, so he's moving his premiere earlier than it would usually be to come into the Tuber Chat live stream on Tuesday, and then we'll raid into Southern Bell Auctions after that, so that will be cool. Faith Maria Unscripted, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Canadian Family dropped a super chat, so they were actually put up very early in the stream. I think they were second on the screen, if I'm not mistaken, but thank you, Timmy. the racing channel, because we wouldn't want to forget anybody, of course, that's supposed to be on the wheel, and Canadian family life, like Scott from Rambling with the Brooms is a beloved and dedicated moderator here. And then Butler Family Farm, you said you're going on that cruise, am I right? I'm just curious if Jerry can let us know the dates of that, because we'll be watching for live streams. I'll be hoping to catch those. And yeah, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa is setting that up with Scott. I think it was their project, and more people have hopped in there as well. Butler Family Farm is going. Are you both going, Jerry? Jerry and Susan, are you both going to be on that? I'm just curious to know. And he'll be doing lives, yes, for sure. So I'll be looking forward to that. I'll make sure that I catch you at some point. So as well, anybody's free to message me anytime for any reason on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Instagram is where I hang out all day, though. And then if you have a live stream coming up, it doesn't have to be a social occasion, but a special occasion, especially if it is. If you have a monetization celebration, I promise you I don't want to miss any of those for anybody ever. I try everything I can to make sure I'm there. And then any kind of live stream that you want to let me know about, but especially things like birthdays, anniversaries, milestones, or collaborations and stuff. Anybody can message me anytime. I know you can't sit there and message every single person you want to come in, but if you do find the moment to let me know, I'll always make an effort no matter what it is. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. That's wicked, Butler Family Farm. So Jerry and Susan will be together, of course. You never know. Like if there has to be a situation where somebody's got to stay home or something, you wouldn't wish it, but you know, I don't know what it takes between everybody's family obligations to get everything looked after for a week while you take off. I haven't been anywhere for a week in a long time, so I haven't had to worry about it. Sometimes you got to think about pets and other responsibilities and everything else, but I'll be looking forward to that. And they'll be on Monday on the 25th. Oh, they'll be doing their regular Monday live stream from the ship, which will be cool. The Stock Explorer is up on the screen right now. This is another creator who's been with us from the beginning, literally 5 years now. The Stock Explorer Nora is another beloved and dedicated moderator here. One of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 8 years on YouTube. As I talk about all of our moderators, they all have an overwhelming sense of generosity, and they will all allow us to meet more friends in their premieres and live streams the same way we do here in Superchat. And then that's a nice thing to say. Butler Family Farm. I'm always happy to hear people that speak well about, you know, their marriages or significant others and things like that. I always find that to be heartwarming. Oh, and that's cool. Tim Mitchell's going to meet up when they're in Seattle. Yeah, Butler Family Farm is always up for meetups. I know that. The Stock Explorer started their channel by talking about the stock market and a little bit of crypto, but they do it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They've got some perks on their channel. They're monetized, and what they do, if you look at their posts, is they actually bring some members-only content out. I'll give you a sneak peek of some of that right now. But you get an idea that they're talking about some of their investment plays right there. But they're always forthcoming about the things that they do. Videos on this channel have featured a lot of talk about stocks. They've often got product in hand. There's a little bit of variety. And then they've got a series here because a couple of years ago they started to add lottery ticket scratching into their content. And they've got a series called Scratching with Strangers, where they're literally meeting people for the first time, scratching lottery tickets with them while they hear about interesting stories from the people that they're meeting. So that's a series that's going on right now. And the Stock Explorer has got even more variety in the shorts videos on the channel. These have now gotten into 3,000, 4,000, one at 15,000, and we know that one still gets views because it's been trickling along literally for years. And the Stock Explorer, like I said, is monetized. They've got lots of live streaming going on. Now, it's interesting. They don't really have a schedule, but Nora tends to be live 2 to almost 3 times a week. And it could be a chance to get to know Nora. It could be, they could be going about their day. They could be at home. They could have a StreamYard panel with a couple of guests bringing friendly conversation. Or they could be lottery ticket scratch battling with other channels, which is really cool. Those can be fast-paced and high energy. And the Stock Explorer is working on 2,400 subscribers now, so I hope everybody will connect with Nora. But we've got another chance to connect with them because they've got a second channel here. So this Tropical Buzz, now over 300 subscribers, is where we're going to learn about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they've grown themselves, and this continues right now. They've got quite a few videos on the channel, some shorts to get us started as well. And that's the same creator, Nora, the Stock Explorer. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. And cruising on the high season travel, Rob is gifting a membership here. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. Thank you everybody for joining our poll earlier as well. Oh, I'm scrolling back to see if I can find the results of that thing. There it is. I think a lot of people didn't actually read it. You just, like, as soon as it says more than anything, I think everybody just clicked. Because, what did I say? More than all of the above. There you go. But thank you everybody for that. I hope Pete knows when he comes back how much he's been missed while he's gone. But I hope he's enjoying his time. Because, you know, everybody needs a bit of that, and especially when he's visiting family, apparently. So, Lisa J. Stocks, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Cruising on the High Season Travel is up on the screen right now. Tim Mitchell's coming up because they're also gifting a handful of these memberships, and both of these creators have done things like this many times before. I really do appreciate the extra generous support, of course. So we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I'm literally choking while I'm laughing here because I just see the thumbnail for this video when Eddie Lugo Studios finally admitted I'm his YouTube idol. That's amazing. Rob is another fellow Canadian. He's only a couple hours away from me, so I recognize a lot of what he's doing lately because he does a lot of food reviews, usually from restaurants or takeout food places that are very popular. But literally, we probably have even eaten in some of the same restaurants. At some point, I'm sure we'll do a meetup. But Rob is doing these regularly. He posts frequently and gives us a great look. This video I was talking about the other day, Barbarito. Look at that taco. I don't know if I've ever seen it. I don't know if I've ever even made a taco that full of stuff. So that's great to know that they're doing that. I'm probably going to find myself eating one of those sometime soon, and he's got a premiere coming up as well. That's going to be in a few days. He premieres often. Rob from Cruising on the High Season Travel collaborates with a lot of other creators. He's here with us regularly. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. When we look at shorts over here, we see he's gotten into 1,200, 1,800, even 2,400 views on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I've got all the notifications on for the next 9 live streams. Hopefully I'll catch you for these. But you can see he's on panels with people all the time. Rob's got people with him literally all over the place here on YouTube. Jeremy and Cheryl, who we see in that rollover right there, hosted with Scotty J Travels a panel where 10 of us were all together. There was a handful of channels. We had a great conversation, and hopefully everybody will check that out. It's about an hour and a half long. It's on everybody's channel, so you can catch that replay anywhere, but Cruising on the High Seas of Travel has it right there if you wanted to get it into a playlist or something like that. And then Tim Mitchell is coming up right now. Thank you again, Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, Rob, for another gifted membership. I certainly do appreciate that. Tim Mitchell did the same thing, gifting a handful of memberships right after. And we always put these channels on the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Tim Mitchell, I'm going to drop the link. Every time somebody drops a super chat or a membership, a link is dropped in the chat automatically, but I'll drop an extra one there just so everybody can make sure they connect to Tim Mitchell, because this is a really popular name, but he's obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, so we want to make sure everybody gets to him. Now, Tim Mitchell produces videos for a couple of other channels, and you can hear the whole story about why that is on one of the channels I'm going to show you in a moment. For now, we see Tim Mitchell's doing some of his own content. He's got a handful of videos here, some shorts to go along with them, a lot of outdoor content here, getting into 1,100, 1,500 views, 1,800 views on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. He's done quite a few of these actually. I've been missing all of them. I'm assuming it's because he's doing them while I'm working, but Tim Mitchell is bringing us on the road. Lots of creators do really well with dash cam footage, so hopefully I'll catch these and see how these are doing. 273 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the 300 he's thinking about. When I look at Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official, we're going to see one of the other channels that Tim Mitchell produces videos for. And when we go over here, one of the things you can find right away, because they just put this out a few weeks ago, is a video talking about how Chef CV, the creator behind this channel, and Tim Mitchell, how they met. And it's an interesting story. I'm always happy to see things like this, so I was grateful to have been able to watch that. And then we're going to see a lot of delicious looking on the content on the channel, of course. And Chef CV is going to help us navigate the kitchen as well, talking about some of the cookware, some of the appliances we might find. If you look hard enough, you might find the glorious Wheel of Misfortune, very much like the Superchat wheel, but they've got a real life one. And I've seen it in action, actually, on one of their live streams. They've got shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 1,300 views on one of them now, which is great to see. Plenty in the 600s and 700s, and then live streams on the channel also. And they're doing these regularly. And forgive me, I forget the days. I know Sunday is a day where they go live on 2 of the channels. I'll show you the other one right now, but that glorious Wheel of Misfortune is right there. And then the unofficial, official off-topic squirrel is coming up right now, and this is a complimentary channel. So this is another channel where these two creators get together and we get a behind-the-scenes look at Chef CV from Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. More variety on this channel, and then some more shorts to go along with that, getting into even 1,000 views on one of these. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they alternate between the different channels there. And then Tim Mitchell, Sunday 6 p.m. is the plan. So tomorrow we'll be looking forward to that. LGGG Love, good to see you here. R&W Farmstead, good to have you in the house. Let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. Tim Mitchell, thank you again for another handful of gifted memberships. He has gifted 5 memberships so many times I literally wouldn't be able to count. I'm not kidding when I say he's done it countless times before. Rob, thank you for your gifted membership as well. He's also done things like that countless times before. Let's spin the wheel and then we'll see who's coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to
Siri,
see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
I thought I turned the mic off there, but I was getting Siri on the case to make sure, because I know I'm going to be on the road tomorrow. I know I'm going to be out. I'm unsure about my plans. They might be changing right now, but I'm expecting not to be around. So I will be in a position where I should be able to peek in, though. That must have been funny. So Munchie Mafia Official. Pardon me. Yes, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official is on at 6 p.m. and I think the unofficial official Off Topics World is on at 3 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, or is it 9 p.m.? One comes after the other by a few hours. And forgive me, Tim Mitchell, if you want to mention it again. I'll try to watch for it. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I'm going to try to start moving it through channels, though. We still got lots of time, like almost an hour. And then Kristen Welton has a premiere for us. She's also a beloved and dedicated moderator, of course. So you'll be able to meet more friends and family members in her live chat while she premieres. And then Jane Litterick, Living Skies Vintage and Creative, is up on the screen right now. They might have popped out of the chat, but that's okay. We'll look at the channel briefly here. I see they've got a few more videos. I'm just going to grab the latest one here and put this into my catch-up list. And then they're going to say, see their creative pieces and coloring pages along with thrifting and shopping, and then they create original art, and then they repurpose and style saved items, thrifted beauties they call it, and creative decor, which is cool, and you'll get a little bit more information if you read that. But Jane Litterick, Living Skies Vintage and Creative is here with us regularly, almost every stream lately actually, and their shorts have done really, really well, getting into 2,000, 2,700, 4,600 views on a few of these, which is great. 777 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that 800 they're thinking about. And then Tim Mitchell, I'm going to try to remember that. The unofficial official Off Topic Squirrel goes live once a month, and the first Sunday of every month. And then when we look at Jane Litterick, Living Skies Vintage and Creative, we see live streams as well. I caught them a month ago. Hopefully I'll catch them for another one. If they're going to continue these, I'm sure they will. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible. Bell's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is coming up. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Bell's Whisper Farmstead is up on the screen right now. Kristen's going to look after that chicken pot pie that she's been making for dinner for us today. I'm looking forward to that in about an hour from now. And she's making it from scratch. She's been on this baking kick. Most of everybody who's been here for the last couple of weeks have seen all the different things she's been making. I haven't shown everybody a bagel yet. She's been experimenting with a lot of different recipes for bagels to get those things to rise and work out. She's done cupcakes the other day. I think that was on the last live stream. I forget if she did brownies or was thinking about it. I think she was thinking about it. She's made sourdough bread. I don't know how many times in the last long while. Focaccia bread. There's baked stuff around this place all the time lately. Pardon me. Oh, and then PK Adventure Travels. Oh, that was weird. I wondered about that earlier. I thought when you came in, it was, and then I thought the membership was not on. That's why I didn't put you on the wheel right away. I never say anything about that. I just don't do it. Phil's Creepy Videos is another fellow Canadian. He is inviting everybody over.
And then thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done things like that many times before. Phil's Creepy Videos has been with us for many years as well. He's here occasionally, but it's interesting to see all of these channels that after hundreds of episodes of Tuber Chat are still coming around to support other people. Perhaps we'll do a meetup at some point, Phil's Creepy Videos. We haven't done one in a while, but a few of us will probably plan to get together. Scott from Rambling with the Brooms is closer to Ottawa, but he'll be coming to Toronto in January, and a few of us will get together. Oh, and then That's So Weird, PK Adventure Travels. It could just have to do with the account that is set, if that makes any sense. Yeah, that's a very weird thing. I think it's just a glitch now that I'm saying it out loud, as a matter of fact. King Morgan's still in the house. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is going to bring us homesteading tips, recipes, how-to, and do-it-yourself videos. She's been doing this for a long time. Bella's Whisper Farmstead has been with us for at least a couple years, but I think it's closer to 3 years. If not longer by now. One of the things that I've noticed about this channel over the years is, and let me look right now. I'll go back over her videos and see if I can figure out when she might have come in. It can't have only been a year. I'm looking at a video here that says it's a year old. It can't just have been a year that Bella's Whisper Farmstead has been with us. I feel like it's much longer than that. So forgive me if I'm wrong. I make this mistake all the time. And then Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen does a lot of indoor and outdoor content as a mix, like most of our homesteading friends, but puts a lot of thought and consideration and planning into the videos, not to mention quite a bit of work in the production. There's Kristen and Mike together. Once in a while he'll do a video like this tiny house tour that I always talk about. And Kristen's been doing a lot of recipes on her channel lately as well. She's actually got a lot more content. I keep talking about these recipes because it was all within a short period of time. She was putting out a handful of these. And the interesting thing about these particular recipes, they're all budget friendly. They all only feature a few ingredients and are easy to make. Or at least that's the opinion behind it. And they both say that they come out better than they expected before they started, which is great to see. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is going to bring us, like I said, very thorough videos with a lot of consideration put into them before even filming and producing, and then a lot of shorts that fall in line with the long form content. So this is a very themed and niche channel. And some of the shorts here have done well. 2200, 2700, 3800, and then live streams on the channel as well. Kristen has brought us for some walks by the creek. I say river, but walks by the creek with stories to be told, or a fireside chat, let's say. And we'll see if those will continue at some point. We got notification bells on for every single channel. Oh, my guess is PK Adventure Travels that, yeah, maybe it's a glitch or something. Apple's got this thing, though, as well with, oh, March was a year. I can't believe it, Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen. It feels like longer. I'm sure everybody would agree, but I just make that mistake a lot of the time. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is so supportive. That's a creator that I run into pretty much daily. Supporting other people, and she's here for every live stream as well. Now, I don't expect that from anybody. You know, I never want anybody to feel pressure just because I say that. I don't expect anybody to be here, you know, any amount of time, really. But I do like to recognize it from time to time. And a lot of people, you know, make a lot of effort to be here regularly, and I don't expect anybody to be here for 3 hours, but I know a lot of people try. And that's what makes this whole community go, right? And continue to be strong, solid, and continue to expand. Butler Family Farm, look at that. They did it now. They've hit their 100,000 subscribers. Jerry sent me a message yesterday saying they're probably going to have it within the next 24 hours. So that's cool to see. He's been very forthcoming about the idea of using the YouTube promotion system to promote the channel or promote videos, and that's in the YouTube studio. So it's a legitimate way to pump your channel up with advertising, let's just say. But Butler Family Farm, we figured, was going to have that by the end of the summer, and sure enough, early much earlier than I even anticipated. They've got it, so it has to be exciting. I'm just going to grab their latest video. Now, this is 116 acres of what I consider homesteading content, because I group ranching, farming, and a few other things like camping, fishing, hiking, and outdoor channels together. We find a lot of similarities in the content where these creators want to share knowledge and resources with each other. Now, Butler Family Farm is Jerry and Susan. They will be on that cruise that I was talking about. They share the camera work here. They both do videos indoors and outdoors. 116 acres is a lot to look after, but they show us all the things they have to do. They show us the tools they have to make. Jerry often does a lot of woodworking in the shop. They both bring us into their home. We get a chance to get to know them. They do live streams every Monday at 6:45 Eastern. We'll look at those right now because we know the next one's going to be from the cruise ship. So that's going to, or later in the month, it's going to be done from the cruise ship. They just celebrated 41 years of marriage, which is great to know, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They do live streams, which could include Jerry and Susan together, giving us a chance to get to know them. Often they do StreamYard panels. Whenever they go to any kind of a meetup, large or small, they'll do a lot of live streaming. We expect to see that from the cruise that they're going on. And then lots of StreamYard panels, so you'll meet more friends over there as well. And shorts on this channel have gotten into now 12,000 views on a couple of them. One at 53,000, that one's still getting views. And then this farm features bees that we see in some of the latest videos, along with cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, and dogs, and more. And visitors. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Jerry and Susan have been over the top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Jerry's been a dear friend. I've been lucky to talk to him many times outside of YouTube as well. And he's somebody who cares very much about the YouTube journey, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, and their community over there as well, which obviously is growing like wildfire. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. If you want to know about that YouTube promotion system, he'll share information over there as well. And then Finding Treasures is coming up right now. What we're going to do, though, we'll take another break for a few minutes here. And I'll give my voice a rest for a second. And we will, before we do that, watch another clip from our interview series. These are videos on the channel now. They last at least an hour, some of them a little bit longer than that. And these creators share a lot of insight. They've been through all the things we have. They're still going through these things now. They've all been friends of us and myself here for years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views. And people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you're a master at this one.
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yep.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. What do you think?
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on. But the thing about it is, that's what's great about YouTube. Have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back You can change it over. You can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube. It could be a tag changed.
Yeah.
It could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part. Because like, if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly. What sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane or, oh, what's going to happen here?
Right.
I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just
right.
The contrast of like titles and tags.
It does make a difference.
It does. It's like from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like, there, what thumbnail we doing? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video.
Okay.
We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like, a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice. I hope Phil's Creepy Videos is still here. I have made a mistake. I was supposed to put their channel on the screen right away. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters up on the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. I just added Fever Dream Animation. Living Life with Lena, just let me know if you're still here, and I'll get you on there. Let's go for 3.5 minutes, and we'll come right back. All right, we're just about back. I almost missed putting up Phil's creepy videos. This is another fellow Canadian. He's only a couple hours away. Perhaps one of these days we'll do a meetup. But he's actually been a friend of many years as well. That I'm certain about. He's working on 3,500 subscribers right now. I'm going to talk about his content in a second. But I just want to show you something. When I'm in the background here and we go on those breaks, I do what everybody does. Check Instagram, get up and away from the computer if I need to for a minute and things like that. But one of those memories came up on Facebook. And I just want to show everybody this for a quick second because I hope that you'll find it inspiring. But when we look at Instagram or Facebook, sometimes these memories come up. You can't see it, unfortunately, very well because of the green screen and the position of my camera. But if you look at this, one of my videos on my personal channel 6 years ago celebrated 1,000 views. And I'm going to go look at it in the background here for a quick second. I won't bother putting the channel up on the screen. Anybody can find that easily. But I just want to see how many views it has today because it's one of my best performing videos. And sometimes things can take years. That one did it. It doesn't get a ton of views now. It gets views every year because of what it is. But it's a flight lesson. And there's a long story behind that. But that video now has 29,000 views. So you can see how excited I was to have that video at 1,000 6 years ago. And then now to have 29,000, I would probably say like, oh, that's great, you know, but I wouldn't be quite as excited because I've had other videos that have been around that mark. I've got some videos that are doing very well. And I barely post lately on my personal channel. Superchat is the priority. But I hope what everybody takes away from that is the idea that like as these milestones continue, you're basically raising the bar on your own channel. It's always exciting, but the most exciting is to see things that are continuing to grow. So you get a video that hits 1,000 views, then you have another one, then you have another one, then you have another one. Just Jason Keto is very soon going to have 10 videos over, what did we say, 10 videos over 10,000 or something like that. So these are cool things to think about and look back on your channel. And I hope everybody remembers, you know, like we're always grateful, we're always thankful for what we have. But when you look back, you'll say to yourself, wow, I can't remember how excited I was or whatever when I, you know, had videos getting 10 views or 20 views and I was so excited. And then eventually you start getting 100, eventually you start getting 200, 300, 1,000, 10,000, you know, and that's something I expect from everybody here. And then KP Heathen, good to see you in the house. They have been busy with a new job. I know they let me know. We featured their channel the other day, as a matter of fact, because they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a very long time. And I also picked up a new gig a couple of months ago, so I'm doing the 9 to 5. Very different now, but I hope things are going well for you then. When we look, and I've got your channel on the wheel, KP Heathen, as well, but I'm going to start trying to move it. I'm going to try to talk less, channels more. Phil's Creepy Videos is up here. This creator, of course, is going to talk to us about horror and all of the things that go along with that kind of idea. You can see all of the pop culture references here. Some pop culture, some not so much, actually. I'm just going to grab the latest video here from yesterday. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll help me catch up the smallest bit. And Phil's Creepy Videos is closing in on 3,500 subscribers. They've got some shorts here that have done really well. This is what I'm talking about. So 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 16,000 views on one of these and 83,000 views on another one, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. I'm not sure if he's still here. Thank goodness Jesse reminded me. But he dropped a super chat. So I almost missed putting his channel up on the screen. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters as soon as that happens. But hopefully everybody will connect with Phil's Creepy Videos. Obviously, he does live streams occasionally as well. And I've caught him for those also. And we'll get back to spinning the wheel. So let's do that right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So Broke But Bountifully Blessed Carol is going to give us some information on their About section for what we're going to do. Gardening on the balcony. Micro dwarf tomatoes. I think that's the first time I've heard that term. Hydroponics. And then they've got quite a bit going on, actually. Food bank call here going on. I'm going to grab this latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That one's a pretty short one. When we're connecting, we want to use videos that are longer than 3 minutes, but almost everything else on the channel is over 3 minutes here. And then they've got shorts, and these have done well, getting into over 1,000 views. One at 1,300, which is great to see. Broke But Bountifully Blessed Carol's with us for just about every stream, and they're doing a lot of streaming themselves as well. So hopefully we'll catch another one. It's been about a week and a half. They're probably due for another one soon. I see some healthy looking meals here, or cooking or baking ideas also. And working on 700 subscribers, so we'd love to push this channel a little bit farther towards that milestone. I got Fever Dream Animation onto the wheel a while ago. I was overdue for adding another name, but we're going to start picking that up. I usually add names to the wheel whenever we get down to about 5 or 6. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Fever Dream Animation is a channel that's been described more than once as underrated. Actually, a lot of people like the classic film that they're putting into their videos here. They're working on 500 subscribers and likely going to have it pretty soon. They post very frequently, several times a week. I'm just going to grab the latest video, and they just put this out, actually. They put it out today, and I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to stay caught up. When we look at Fever Dream Animation, they'll give us some information on their About section, and then they've got shorts over here as well with some different animations, but some of these have done well at 1,700 views on one, another at 1,300, a couple more approaching 1,000, which is great. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Fever Dream Animation. So they've been with us a couple years now, and they are here with us regularly, almost for every live stream. I don't expect that from anybody, but I certainly do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. And then, Handicapped Traveler mentioned that as well, if I'm not mistaken. Handicapped Traveler still to come up, and so is Amphilbic that we're going to look at right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Amphilbic is up right now. This creator's probably not listening right this second because they were here earlier, but Amphilbic is somebody, I forgot to put their channel on the screen when they were here at first, so I wanted to make sure we left it on there. Try to be as fair as possible. And then this creator's working on their first 100 subscribers. They got a lot of what are classic cars here. I don't know the difference between a lot of these. Some of our friends will. I think that's a Cobra. Yeah, that's the one that they were talking about. My dear goodness. And then I only learned that from this channel if I never do it before. And then some gardening, which is great to see, and shorts on the channel as well. So there's a bit of variety here. There's that Cobra. This is how I know from the title of this video is how I learned that. And then they've got shorts that have gotten into 1,300, 1,400, 1,600 on another one, which is great to see. And a mix of indoor and outdoor content, which is great also. And Amphilbic, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and they've been here frequently lately as well. They've been with us for just about every stream over the last little while. I'm just going to spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then PK Adventure Travels is coming up. This is Ryan and Mel. And I talked about this earlier, the idea that Ryan has a series of videos I'll show you. They do a lot of travel. These creators as travel agents will bring us cruising, other travel that goes along with that. Very thorough videos, ship tours, room tours. They talk about amenities. They keep up to date with all that's happening with all the cruise lines. A lot of changes that go on as well, but they do some RV camping as well, and they bring us around their RV. They give us a lot of tips and tricks to make that kind of camping even more comfortable and convenient. And then this is the series of videos I was talking about. So this one's still in my catch-up list that I was talking about, but I ran that today and wasn't able to watch it yet, but I've got it in there because I just want to see what he has to say. I would recommend anybody that's going to do any international traveling to check out the playlist of those news videos. And where has he got those here? Let me see if I can find it for you. Even with my glasses on, I can't see a thing. Long form videos. He's got a lot of, they have got a lot of playlists here. Where are they, Ryan? Why can't I see them? Yeah, they got a lot here. Camping RV vlogs, which is cool. All right, forgive me. It's probably right in front of me. You'll have to find that when you get there. PK Adventure Travels has got a lot of cruise news. Sorry, I say cruise, but it's travel of all types. But I recommend anybody watch the playlist of those news videos because most of them are very short, averaging less than 5 minutes, if I'm right. I've seen many of them. But what he talks about are things that we need to know. Things that we might not have thought of. A lot of it is something happened to somebody. It became newsworthy, and now we can use that lesson to make sure some of these things don't happen to us. So forgive me, we'll look at shorts in a second. So 2025 cruise and travel news. There it is right there. So forgive me, PK Adventure Travels. I don't know why I can never find that. Shorts on this channel have done really well. 10,000, 11,000 views, 12,000 on another one. And you get an idea of the different things they're doing. There they are together. Oh, I got to see this short video now. I don't know what you did there. I'll show everybody a trick for a quick second. When I click on this video, so this is a short. I'm not going to run it, but I just want to show you something. In the URL bar on a web browser, what I can do is take the word shorts out, replace it with the word watch, and you see what happens. This video now turns into all the different controls that we're used to, so I can easily give it its thumb up and he can easily add it into my catch-up playlist, which is not quite as obvious in my opinion when you're looking at the shorts feed. So I've got that ready to watch, and then let's go back to their channel.
Next up, before we get back on the ship,
PK Adventure Travels is now over 10,000, which is great to see. So they're promoting as well. They've got the channel running rapidly, and some members only content as well. So lots to promote because they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Lots of friends over here. Like I said, we were on a panel together, this one here, where it says YouTube Growth Strategies. It was hosted by Scotty J and Jeremy and Cheryl, but there were 10 of us, 10 channels worth of creators all together talking about that, and that was a really good time. And they've got more live streams coming up. They're live every Thursday at 7 p.m. So hopefully everybody will set those notifications. We got notification bells on for everyone. I'm going to spin the wheel, but it's time to get some more names on the wheel as well, and I'm going to start dropping a link. This is the channel that we're about to look at that we featured in the last episode there. KP Heathen is a longtime friend and somebody who's been a great supporter to the channel. Oh, pardon me, I'm clicking on the wrong thing here. Let me get to the right channel here. Here they are. this creator mentions the idea they've started a new job recently, and they've got some really cool footage here. As a matter of fact, they've been punching out videos like crazy, which is great. I'm just going to grab the latest video from yesterday, put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat keep caught up with the channel, and this creator will let us know all the different things they're doing, prepping, cooking, and doing some product reviews. And then they've got shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 2,600 views on a couple of them, which is great to see, with some outdoor footage there. And then a couple of live streams they've done in the past. We did a more thorough look at this channel at the beginning of the last live stream. And then I'm going to put this link in the chat. So Kristen Welton, my love, who is here with me literally baking a chicken pot pie right now, cooking a chicken pot pie for dinner, has got a premiere going on right after Tuber Chat. So that's going to be in about 15 minutes. So I'll drop the link right now. Everybody can hop over there. Since it's a premiere, the chat is running already. And we'll go over there right after Tuber Chat. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes. She put a nice long 5-minute intro on that, so we've got plenty of time. And let me spin the wheel right now. We'll see who's coming up, and I will get another couple of names onto the wheel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then let me see what I can do about adding names onto the wheel right this second. We will get Fuzzy Adventures and More on there, and Anfield Road Layout in the Loft. And I'll move as fast as I can now. So Handicapped Traveler is going to bring us some spiritual inspiration on another channel that they've got. But here they bring a lot of travel and outdoor content. They bring us travel from a certain perspective. And of course, you'll read about that on the About section. The channel's gone through some changes over the last little while, but I'll let you find that when you get there. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got here. They put this out yesterday. And I always put these in that fun playlist I've named Ketchup. That was actually inspired by Ghostly Winds, a friend from Australia who's here with us regularly. And playlists can be a great tool for catching up with channels. So over here they've got some shorts as well, and they've got some winter weather. They're able to bring us all 4 seasons, which I'm always happy to see. 2,600, 2,700 in a couple of these, and then live streams as well. And they've got a live stream coming up, and I've making sure, double checking that I've got the notification on for that. That is going to be later in the month. They usually do these monthly, and they've been on YouTube for 3 years now. They're working on 1,500 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. When I look at Sir Dank for Jesus, we see a second channel from the same creator where they are going to bring us spiritual inspiration like I was talking about. Here's the channel right here. No spaces in there. You got to spell that properly. The channel's still growing, just over its 100 subscribers at 112 right now. And then Sir Dank for Jesus is putting out videos pretty regularly, and I'm just going to grab the latest one, put that into my catch-up list. You get the idea of what we're expecting here from the thumbnails, of course. I'll spin one more time, and it looks like I'm going to get to a couple of more channels as well, so we'll get to as many as we can. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So Vintage Style by Joe and Scarlet Emerald are both on the wheel now. If anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been seen, just please be active in the chat, and I'll get through a couple more channels. We got a few more minutes here, and Anfield Road, Layout in the Loft. It's been a while since we've had their channel on the screen, but I'm just going to grab the latest video. This one is perfect to connect with at 3 minutes 41 seconds. We're always looking for videos over 3 minutes. They're going to give us some information on their About section about all the things they're going to do on the channel, bringing us variety in their videos. They got shorts over here as well, and I don't know why I don't have the controls here to mix up the popular, oldest, and newest, but maybe it's because you need a couple more shorts. As they post more and more views will come, and we know that as channels grow, more features unlock. But they're working on 1,200 subscribers now, which is great, and they've been doing live streams up to 6 months ago or so. We'll see if they're going to continue those. We got notification bells on for every single channel. And then Miss Jasmine, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They're a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right this second. They picked up one of those gifted memberships. Huga Homestead. Cozy Peaceful Home is what that word means in Danish. They've been a friend of ours for probably 5 years as well. And Vintage Style by Joe is coming up to bring us some vibrant and colorful creations. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Exploradora 80, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm not sure how many channels from Australia might have been through here today. Maybe none, because we're doing a stream a little bit earlier than we have been for the last couple of months, and Australia is about 12 hours away from our time zone, so it's like literally probably 5 in the morning for them, as we're just wrapping up in the next 10 minutes or so. Speaking of which, I'm just going to drop a link here. Kristen Welton in the chat has got a premiere coming up, and we'll go and raid in there. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator, of course, so we'll be able to keep connecting the same way we are here, as all of our moderators allow and encourage. Vintage Style by Joe has a premiere coming up tomorrow. I've got the notification on for that. They've been catching a lot of Christmas videos lately, and I'm guessing, and forgive me because I didn't see if you said anything in the last stream when I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it twice now, but I say things and then I don't look for the response in the chat because things are usually moving too fast. And Vintage Style by Joe, I'm just curious if that was a plan that you're hoping to ride up the Christmas traffic as it starts when the winter season comes around. I'm just assuming it, but it's a great strategy if that's the case. If not, it's just going to be an extra benefit to what you're doing right now. Vintage Style by Joe has had me interested in the channel for a while because they are bringing, first of all, vibrant, colorful creations. But one of the things they talk about is using a lot of scraps of materials and fabrics, and they make beautiful things that otherwise might not have been created because a lot of the scraps might have been discarded and things like that. So I think that's a neat aspect of this channel. And then we see that she is working on a Christmas quilt. This one here is a year long. Yeah, I don't know how long it takes to make a quilt, so it doesn't surprise me that it could be an abundant amount of time. And then they've got shorts over here as well. These have gotten into plenty of them, over 1,000 views, but look at this, 1,500, 2,400, 2,600 on a couple of these, and then live streams as well. And they got a live stream coming up towards the end of the season, and this is a live auction as well. So I don't know if Southern Belle Auctions is still here, but Vintage Style by Joe has something interesting coming up. And hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I didn't realize it's already been a couple of weeks since I caught her. But you can see, even from the rollover here, she does a great job of keeping up with the chat while she's live streaming and creating different things. So hopefully everybody will connect with Vintage Style by Joe. She is monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she's closing in on 2,500 subscribers. And then I almost said something. I think thinking about it jinxed it. Just Jason Keto with this creator. We never know if Jason's going to be first picked or last picked. That all of our moderators know what that's like. Lots of our friends who are here regularly know what that's like, to be picked first on the wheel or last on the wheel or close to both. When we look at Just Jason Keto, I'll talk about his content actually in a second. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Living Life with Lena. I'm just getting you onto the wheel right now. So we'll look at that channel for the first time because I called out for them a little while ago. So I want to make sure we get a chance to look at that. And then, no, Exploradora 80, that's just a super chat thing that is like kind of a feature that's added. It can build anticipation, let's just say. There's obvious benefit to something like that. I do it in every stream, but I try at the same time to say that I'm not going to solicit things like super chats and memberships. You know, we obviously get enough every stream and the channel's doing well and I'm grateful for that, but that's all that feature is really for. And then we're closing up in 5 minutes here anyway. Tinkmaster Games, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, Scarlet Emerald, your channel won't pop today from me putting it on the screen, but hopefully over time. Today what will happen is a couple people will check it out, but the magic for anybody that's brand new here in Tuber Chat, the way that things work here, we always think about what we can do for other people, knowing that then afterwards they will come to us. We have to give much more than we expect to receive. So things here start with a conversation, reaching out to other people, doing all the things you wish they would do for you, knowing that some of them, hopefully most of them, will do that afterwards. Eventually, when you put out so much support to other people, it will come in overwhelmingly, as you hear in the stories that I tell and see in the chat here. Oh, and your channel, sorry, I thought you said hoping to see your channel pop. I didn't read that properly. It says hoping to see the channel pop up. It will, because I've got you on the wheel. So I can't always get to every channel. We won't get to every single channel today, but I get to as many as I can. Sometimes we can only get to a couple of channels from the wheel. I try to make sure there's always channels, every single stream, not just super chatters, not just moderators, not just members. And we've done that again today, but we got through a couple more. So forgive me, Scarlet Emerald. Even with my glasses on, I can't see a thing. Just Jason Keto is up on the screen right now. There's a channel that's now growing rapidly. Over 6,000 subscribers, and he's going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living. I know Rocking Keto Amy came into the chat. She's a friend of Jason. She came over from his channel. Word of mouth is still the #1, if not sharing. When we have these live streams and sharing each other's channels and stuff, it really helps. Just Jason Keto is going to do a lot of recipes and a lot of product reviews to help us understand the ingredients, how they're going to affect us, especially when we're thinking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He might do product reviews like these, dash minis or an air fryer or a barbecue or different things used to make a lot of the things he does on his channel and behind the scenes. And then once in a while, he brings some variety as well. Head out for a trip outdoors and give us some footage while he's there. Or he's got a lot of guests on his channel. That's both in videos and live streams. We'll look at those in a moment. Shorts on this channel give us a bit of a hint about healthy looking grilling shorts, getting into 5,000, 6,000, one of them even at 22,000. And I've seen that one. I promise you it's entertaining and worth the watch. And then when we look at Just Jason Keto's live streams, Kendra was just on there again. He's got a lot of different guests, though. He tries to mix things up. So sometimes it's just Jason, and he's going every other week for the summer. Soon he'll be back to weekly live streams, Thursdays at 7:30. There's Kendra from Consume the Goodness right now. And then he might bring other guests onto the channel. They share their tips and tricks when it comes to keto. or he'll do a cook-along live stream or a homestead hangout. He's always trying to think of something to mix things up for his audience. And he's a beloved and dedicated moderator here. He cares very much about the YouTube journey. He's an overwhelmingly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So I hope everybody will connect with him. We got quite a few people who've dabbled with keto, a few people who are pretty much hardcore into it, a few keto channels now that really started to spark out of Jason's community. Rocking Keto Amy, Consume the Goodness is somebody who does similar ideas. And then Scarlet Emerald, I should have known. I think you changed your name, if I'm not mistaken. And I should have known this, which channel this was. I, myself, actually, many years ago, did a diet with a friend. We don't like to use the word diet, but we do use it anyway. And I did a diet for a couple of months. I lost 30 pounds. It really wasn't that hard. I cheated as much as anybody and didn't really, wasn't overly physically active at the time. And it was easy, but I didn't know I was doing keto. I found out after, like years later, when these channels started coming in and I learned what keto was. I'm like, that's what I was doing. You know, mostly cutting out carbs, but there's more to it. Scarlet Emerald is up on the screen. This is another longtime friend. ASMR, Vlogs, Beauty. They've changed up their channel a couple of times. I believe they changed their name. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty convinced. And they're working on 3,500 subscribers now, which is great to see. Monetize, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just going to grab your latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with your channel the smallest bit. They've got shorts over here as well. I'm going to go overtime today, but Kristen Welton's premiere is about to start. Shorts over here have gotten into 1,000 views, 2,200 on a couple of them, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these if you're going to keep them up. They just did one yesterday. It looks like they've just started these a couple of weeks ago, so we've got notification bells on for everyone. That'll give us the best chance of catching each other. And then, like I said, Kristen Welton's premiere has started. I dropped the link for that and I pinned it so everybody can get over there. She'll let us continue connecting the same way we are here. And then we know that Greenland Quilter Katie is live afterwards, and Southern Belle Auctions is also live. I forgot to ask Kristen to do the redirect, and it's probably too late now. I don't think you could do it once a premiere is running. Let me see if I can catch this channel with some quotes. If not, if Miss Jasmine is still here, I'll use the link in the chat to get to them. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Oh, I'm looking for their channel. It's not often that I sing in Superchat, but it happens occasionally. Let me see if I can find... I'm just scrolling the chat to see if I can find them. I can't spend too much time looking, but we'll give another try to the search results here. And then maybe what I'll do, Miss Jasmine, just please let me know if you're still here so I can grab your link. Beast the Rapper, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for the positivity. And then Fuzzy Adventures and More is coming up. That is New Horizons Above and Beyond with a second channel, actually. We'll look at both of them for a second here. And then Fuzzy Adventures and More has got a couple of shorts here, working on almost 900 views, which is great to see. And then they give us information on their About section about what to expect on the channel. We see a lot of variety, some outdoor footage. They've got a couple of playlists set up, and then New Horizons Above and Beyond is also another channel from the same creator. We'll have a look at that. Lots of outdoor footage here. They've got lots of videos. And you get an idea of the variety when we dig through the thumbnails. More information on their about section here as well. They do a good job of keeping that updated. They've got some shorts on the channel that have gotten into 1,700, even 2,200 views now, and a few live streams as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with them for those. Crafty Witch 232 is in the house. I will get them onto the wheel and we'll spin just for fun. Living Life with Lena is coming up. Forgive me, I still don't know if that's Lena or Lena. Forgive me if you answered and I didn't catch it. This is a brand new channel now. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video, put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up and subscribe and put your notification bell on like I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We get to as many as we can within a 3-hour period. I'm going to drop the link again for Kristen Welton's premiere. It's already started. She put a long intro on there. I think what I'm going to do is we'll cut this stream off after we look at this channel so that we don't do the extra 3 minutes that we do every other time. But you'll be able to continue meeting friends over there. And then we know that Greenland Quilter, Katie, and Southern Belle Auctions are both live after. My guess is that Crafty Witch 232 will probably be live. They're live almost every day, creating beautiful pop culture referenced items like you see on their thumbnails here. They've got some shorts featuring even more. Some of these have done really well at 1,200 views, 10,000, 14,000, my dear goodness. And you get an idea of what I'm talking about here. A mix of 3D printing and crochet, but they do a lot of other types of things like cross stitch, jewelry making, perler beads, and other things as well. And then live streams on the channel as well. This creator's live almost every single day, creating and crafting, and they sell a lot of what they make, so that's interesting to know. Again, forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. The source, I see you coming in, but I'm overtime. I have to cut the stream right this second. Hopefully everybody will connect with the source because you'll meet more friends over there. I hope everybody will connect with all of our moderators. It's easy to see these live streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. And they help me make things look easy. Hopefully everybody will connect with Crafty Witch 232. Forgive my quick exit, everyone, but I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Come over to Kristen Welton's channel. Check out this premiere. You can meet more friends there.